So this video is actually pretty hard for me to make. I don't want to give anybody the impression that New World isn't a good game, because in reality it's amazing. In terms of a new MMORPG to play, it does everything it needs to do. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I think there's a lot of unique things that make it stand out from other MMOs, but that doesn't change the fact that the game fails in a lot of spots. And when you're making an MMORPG, which is such a massive game, you have to make sure that everything is good all around. Otherwise, simple things or smaller parts of the game can make it fall apart. The objective is to keep you playing for months at a time, and if you're not able to do that, your game fails as an MMO. Today, I kind of want to go over some of the problems that New World has. They're really holding it back in my opinion, and from my playthroughs, I feel are problems that could likely lead to the game's demise. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this, and go join my Discord down below in the description. Without further ado, let's get into it, guys. So I'm going to break this video up into different chapters based on the different problems the game has, because there's a couple main ones that I want to get to that, are the main reasons I'm making this video. Starting off, let's talk about the PvP in New World. Most notably, the PvP that happens naturally out in the open world, not the PvP in the battlegrounds or anything. Unfortunately, there are no races in New World. There's no difference between any of the players. Everyone's a human, so the PvP is based on your faction. In order to participate in this open world PvP while you're at a settlement, you'll have to enable it via a toggle. So if you don't have it on, you can't be killed by players in the world, and if you do have it on, anybody can kill you from a different faction. My experience with this open world PvP has been one of two things. One, everyone either runs away from you, not trying to fight you, and you can't do anything because there's only one sprint speed in the game and you can't catch up to them because they're literally running. This has happened to me on 4 to 5 different occasions, and if I'm not using the right weapon with, actual abilities that can help me get to them faster, you can't do anything. Or 2, a level 60 who also has PvP enabled just one-shots me because there's nothing I can do, and I'm level 15 with PvP enabled trying to fight people my level, but nah, this guy can just one-shot. And since most of the PvP features and PvP game modes aren't even available or viable till I'm later in the game, how am I supposed to have fun? In my opinion, the PvP system does need a rework, and there needs to be more availability for lower level players to actually do it. But the game's abilities, the game's weapons just don't feel like they match up to be against another real player. It really feels like a PvE game only that is just kind of forcing PvP into it. Don't get me wrong, I've had some cool interactions, but I can't say this system is polished at all. The next thing I want to talk about is a little bit bigger, and this is the depth in the weapons and the overall systems in the game. Starting off with the weapons, dude, why are there only like 7 weapon categories? It's a cool idea to have weapon categories so that you can have like skill trees for each weapon, and that you're actually progressing certain categories, but at the same time it's so damn limited. All the weapons in each category practically have the exact same animations, even though the skin might be a little bit different, and there's only like 5 to 6 abilities for you to choose from for each weapon, and then after that it's just about upgrading them, and that gets dry alone. By level like 6, you already have all 3 weapon abilities filled, and some of them are already meta, so you don't even need to change them ever. On top of this, all the ranged magical items in the game feel absolutely terrible. The fire staff feels terrible, the ice gauntlet feels terrible, and the life staff feels even worse. All the animations are choppy. It's clearly just an unfinished part of the game, and it's almost embarrassing that they put this out as a magical system in the first place. And there are a lot of systems in New World, from the governing system to the faction system to the housing system, and a lot of these things are cool, but they all lack depth. A lot of these systems are simply just surface level and almost seem like they're only there just to say that the game has them. For example, the faction system reminds me of Sea of Thieves. I'm just simply doing these repetitive missions just to gain reputation that really feels like it's going towards nothing. I get these rewards, but most of them I just wouldn't even care about because I have other ways of getting these rewards through the main quest lines. And then even after unlocking these rewards, I still have to pay for them afterwards. So what did I just spend my time doing? Even features like the trading post that should add more depth to the game and give players more choices of what they want to buy and sell really just act as a shortcut for people who don't want to go farm. You can literally go to the trading post and just upgrade all your gear for less than 25 coins. It's atrocious. Besides the crafting, the trades, and maybe, the governing system, there's really no depth for hardcore players who want to play New World. The next thing I want to talk about is this incredibly repetitive quest system, bro. What the hell? And this is really something that the game has to take care of quickly, because this is what an MMO is based off of: doing quests, doing missions for NPCs. And damn, can this game make it a drag sometimes. Whatever faction you join in New World, there's different ranks depending on how high of a reputation you have, and the first rank takes 3,000 reputation to get to. This is going to require you to complete maybe 10 faction missions before you can get to that rank, and let me tell you, that is already too much for me. Literally 2 missions. Go to this spot and kill this amount of enemies, or go to this spot and search this amount of crates. Literally, that's everything. By the time I was level 15, I was already tired of doing these missions and could not believe that anyone would push towards the higher ranks in a faction. This game, because of its repetitive weapons, its low-key repetitive gameplay loop, and worst of all, these terrible, boring, half-ass missions make it all the more waste of my time. In an MMO, you gotta make people excited to come hop on your game. You gotta give them a reason that every time they come on, they're gonna have fun and they're gonna find something new and exciting to spend their time on. This repetitive quest cycle makes that so much harder to achieve. In New World, there's gonna be times you have to find your own ways to level up when a quest is just a little bit too high above your level, and you're gonna need to do some other things to get there. But the options you have to do that are so limited and they're so damn boring. Progressing is hard on New World. I don't know how some of you guys are getting to level 60. How many quests of doing the same exact shit did you do? Other MMOs sometimes try to mask the repetitiveness by adding just simple things that seem to change up the gameplay without really changing it up. But New World doesn't care. They want you to know that you're doing the same shit and it's making you do it anyway. Like I said, there's a lot of good things in New World too, and I've talked about that in my previous videos, but overall, these problems are really, really bad. And I think these problems will directly affect the longevity of how long New World actually lasts and how long it stays alive. Because there's a lot that needs to be polished with this game. It has good foundations, it really does, but that doesn't mean that it's finished. It's clear that New World just has a lot of areas of the game that are just not as polished, not as developed as other parts. And it's weird because some of the parts they chose to develop, for example, you know, the crafting and the mining system over the questing system, is kind of surprising. Overall, there's a lot that can be improved, and I think that obviously over time it will be with new expansion packs, new patches, new updates and all that. So hopefully we'll get a more completed experience over time. And I'm still playing New World. I'm still hopping on from time to time, and I'm still sometimes having fun. But like I said, these things are really stopping the game from reaching its true potential, and that's something I can't get out of the back of my mind. I don't want this game to die. I want it to be successful, and I want to play another MMO that everyone loves. But will we be getting this? I don't know if Amazon can really deliver. Guys, I want to know what you think of New World. Do you think the problems that I stated in this video are accurate? Have you been having problems with them as well? Let me know down below in the comments. Without further ado, guys, hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.